The past few days, I've been getting some very, very intense signals, and I know what they mean. It means there's a massive breakthrough coming. Usually, when that happens, I have these visions, downloads. Some people call them downloads, but they are almost as if I am piercing through a veil and I see snippets of the reality. It's not yet completely unfolded. It's not yet completely revealed to me, but I know it's coming. So, and it has to do with the holographic nature of the universe and the meaning of what I perceive to be the matrix, which is this notions, this theory, this idea that as human beings, we are an expression of the divine creation. And when we show up in physical form, our soul emanates into physical form, and we get to experience this physical experience. But then at the end of the physical experience, somewhere along the way, millennia ago, a dark brotherhood entered into the picture, and they found a way to entrap the soul through programming of the conscious mind. And they trapped the soul for the soul to keep on returning. So that's where the idea of reincarnation comes from. Because there is no reincarnation. It's one and the same soul that is holographically expressing itself into billions and billions of human beings and others. So this image it keeps on popping into my head, this matrix. What are elements of the matrix? Elements of the matrix are anything that it teaches you that the planet Earth is, and our existence on planet Earth is a school. That we have to come here, and we come in with a set of lessons that we must learn while we're here. And if we don't learn them in this lifetime, we will come back into another lifetime. But that is not true, because when we come on here, it's one and the same soul emanating itself into an infinity of expressions. We don't choose our parents. We don't choose our traumas. We don't, no, it's impartial. It doesn't matter what expression we end up in. They're all the same thing, an emanation, a holographic image of the all. But they make you believe, somewhere along the way, a theory came in that made you believe that you come in with this baggage and you have to struggle and you have to break through and you have to earn your way through the maze of traumas and healing and karma and whatever you want to call it. That's not the case. That's not the case. You're pure. You are absolutely pure and divine. And here's another thing of the matrix, that you have come here without a memory. That's not true. You came here full on knowing who you are and the concept. And that's the thing, that everybody's being in on it, many of them knowingly, majority not knowing. You know, like even Alan Watts telling you that it's a dream, and then we came into this dream not knowing and all that stuff. No, that's not true. That's not true. We knew exactly who we were the moment when we were born. We knew exactly who we were. But what happens is children get programmed by parents, by schools, by, you know, religion, by society, by whatever, and then they forget. They actually get ridiculed if they. That's why there's so many children who come in having all kinds of abilities, you know, psychic abilities and all that stuff, and they remember, you know, lifetimes and all that, but they're being ridiculed because they are told that, you know, that's just in their heads or whatever. But that's not true. They actually do remember who they are. They know who they are. So that's what's happening with every single one of us. So I have been working on this concept of matrix, as well as the holographic nature of reality. And I came across something that I've been going through my notebooks, and I came across some notes that I made when I started to study the Gateway Project, or the Gateway Process. They call it in two different ways. It's a very interesting project that it's been actually initiated by the CIA back in the 70s, I believe, and with the help of the Monroe Institute. Robert Monroe, if you've read any of his books, you'll find that his concept of consciousness and how we can manipulate the location of our, how we can transfer our consciousness in different places, helps us with astral projection. The reason why I was interested in astral projection is because I had an experience of astral projection in 4 years ago in 2020, which resulted in me ending up on the star Arcturus and meeting with a group of Arcturians, several entities, one of them being a group of Arcturian elders who have given me some very powerful messages for humanity, and I wrote them all in my book Arcturian Healing. And then it culminated with meeting a group of 12 Arcturian healers who took me on board of Starship Athena, and they healed my childhood trauma, and they gave me a technique. They taught me a technique. Well, that was the technique that they used on me, but they gave it to me to give to humanity, to teach the humanity this technique. So it's all written in my book Arcturian Healing. If you ever want to read it, it would be it may help you with anything you might be going on, to get rid of any fear, any limitation, and specifically the illusion of separation. But I guess I'm not going to make it through to tell you what it is I really wanted to tell you in this video, because I, as usually, went too long. But that's okay, because these rants are not necessarily just for you guys. These rants are also for me, because it seems like every time I get on one of these rants, I actually end up channeling something. So I need this in order to break through what I'm going through right now and figure out exactly what codes I need to activate in order to get this breakthrough that I'm expecting to get, or I should say that I know I'm going to get. So I'm going to end this video right here. Let's call it part 1. I'm going to post it, and then I'm going to record the other one, and I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm not going to let you wait for the other one too long. I hate it when people do part 1, part 2, but I do it every now and then as well, only because I'm such a long-winded talker. But I'm not saying it as an excuse or as an apology. It is what it is, and I hope you guys get something out of this rambling. Either way, I love you, and see you in a bit.